First of all, we have the return of the bow, the boomerang, the bomb, but we also have the introduction of upgradable weapons. Silver arrows were the only way to defeat Ganon in the first Zelda game, and the same thing applies here. But rather than being an item that you find, it's only obtainable through upgrading your bow. The boomerang stays relatively the same, but now it's faster and has more range. The bombs, however, can't be upgraded, but you can buy a stronger variant of them. Later Zelda games will introduce variations of the bomb, and variations of the other two weapons as well. Another returning item is the hammer from Zelda 2. Although Zelda 2 didn't rely on weapons for its combat, the hammer is necessary for clearing paths, but that's only in the overworld. Here, it serves a similar purpose, but it also has the ability to flip over some enemies. Magical powder is used to transform enemies and sometimes objects or people, usually into something harmless. There's also the introduction of the fire rod and ice rod. You can also use the fire rod as a replacement for the lantern, because it's just the lantern, but with range. The shovel is another new item that'll appear in other Zelda games, but in this one its only purpose is to find more useful items. More specifically, the flute, which is basically just fast travel. A different looking flute served a similar purpose in Zelda 1, but I forgot it existed because I never really used it except when necessary. In this game, the flute takes the form of a blue ocarina, and you can tell the developers loved it so much because they made a whole other game on it. But back to the shovel. It's not really used again in the game. It disappears from our inventory after we get the flute. You can only use the shovel again during the shoveling minigame near Kakariko Village. In the Game Boy Advance version of this game, however, it gets its own slot, but I don't know if there's any actual use for it. I think some of the more unique items are the bug-catching net. It's used for collecting fairies that'll heal you upon death, or bees that'll fight alongside you. Anytime you collect something with your net, it'll be kept in a bottle, which in games before Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were extremely hard to find, because you would only get about 4 of them a game. Except in Majora's Mask, because I think that Link gets like 6. Yeah, bottles were extremely hard to get, because you wouldn't really know where these bottles were located. They'd just be in the most randomest places. The same thing applies here. So this is where that tradition started. You can blame Link to the Past for that one.